What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damion Crier, and I am back with another freaking video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day today. If you all have not subscribed to the Crier Family, all you got to do is turn that bell on so you are subscribed to the channel, guys. But being subscribed to the channel only means you are subscribed. I want to say, man, welcome to the family, man. Welcome to the freaking family. The growth is real, man. I don't know why, but I'm not going to question it. I'll just say I really do appreciate all of you guys who pulled up and subscribed to me. Like, it's a lot of channels out here. They say YouTube has over 1 billion users and over 10 million content creators. I think it said, I might be wrong, but I know that the over 1 billion users is correct. But you guys pulled up to subscribe to me. And so that right there most definitely means the world to me, man. Again, welcome to the family, and you guys who's recently joined the Crier family. You know, I don't know, like what's next in the future and stuff like that. And I know some of you guys have been seeing some replay videos. I think like the last 2 or 3 videos has been like what you call compilations. So the reason for the compilations, first thing that I want to address, is because as content creators, it's really no different than watching Netflix, Stars, or YouTube, or Tubi, where you see like the same videos that they'll have up for 6 months at a time. People watch them over and over. Sometimes people like to watch the old content and they enjoy that old content depending on how you package it up. If you package it up the right way, nice thumbnail, nice title, people will still watch that content and they will really enjoy watching those compilations because they're in long form content, meaning that they're no longer a 10 or 15 minute video. They may be an hour, 2 hour, or sometimes even a 2.5 or 3 hour video. A lot of people do enjoy those type of videos. And I think someone said, Mr. Crier, you're uploading all this old content because you don't have any content. And I'm going to say this right here. Based off of the last videos that you guys have seen from me, I got plenty of content. Actually, I got multiple videos already, guys. It's just that this time of year, man, you know, I'm not going to lie to you guys. You know, today is a day that I was trying to mentally prepare my mind for. And with that being said, today is actually a really good day, but it's also a very, very sad day too. And I say that it's a really good day because my daughter, Iceland, she turned 10 months today. And the sad day is on this same exact day, my daughter turned 10 months. This is my mom's birthday. And, you know, I'm not the only one on social media who's actually dealing with the loss of a loved one. I'm not the only one on social media that's dealing with the loss of my mom. You know, my mom passed away in 1997 while I was in prison. And I've always lived with the guilt because I felt like I wasn't really there for her, especially in her last moments, the way that she was there for me. And when I do videos like this, it's going to be every once in a while that I would do a video like this because I want to give this day to my mom and take time out to give her thanks and apologize to her, you know, for not listening to her when I was younger, growing up, telling her how appreciative I was just for everything. You know, my mom was a single mom, 5 boys and 1 girl. And my older brother and sister had died at birth. So I had never got a chance to meet them. I do have one of my twin siblings obituary from 1968, but I never got a chance to actually meet her. But my mom was a single mom, 5 boys and 1 girl, and she was one of those moms. She did everything she could to make sure that she had a roof over our head and to make sure that we were in school, which we were. The ones like me who didn't graduate that has a GED, it wasn't because of my mom. It was because of I was on some BS. I was one of those kids who just thought that once I started growing hair on certain parts of my body, I thought I was grown. I thought I could talk back. I thought I could pretty much just do what I wanted to do. And I just felt like, when I was locked up and stuff, I don't know if a lot of you guys really knew the whole story about what happened when I was in prison and when my mom passed away. But for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna bring you up to speed because there's a lot of new people on the Crier family. And some of you guys know my story, but a lot of you guys haven't went back to see everything. I got over 1,700 videos up on right now, and as of today, I had over 2,500 videos up at one time. But during the years, I've deleted some stuff and took it down and no longer have it on my channel. But when I was in prison, my mom, first, my little brother was murdered in 1995 around Halloween. You guys already know the story about that. And that was really devastating to my mom as well as the rest of us. And when I was in prison, I remember one time my mom had came down to visit me. It had to be, my brother was killed in 1995. My mom came down to visit me. He was actually killed October of 1995, to be exact. My mom came down towards the end of 95, the beginning of 1996. And, when I had seen her for the first time in a long time, like my mom, she was like really small. You could tell that she had lost a lot of weight. She was stressing real bad. 'Cause my mom, she was close to all of her kids, like any mom, but my little brother got killed, he was the baby. And you guys know how it is when you're the baby. It don't mean that the parent loves you that less, it just means that that's the baby. And so it was a hard impact on my mom. And so I remember when my mom came down to visit me, I was so happy to see her, but I was sad at the same time, seeing how small that she had gotten from being stressed out from losing my little brother. And so one of the things I had said when I hugged her, it was like close to Christmas time or it was right after Christmas time. All I know, it was like the end of 96, going on the beginning of 97. So it had to be around Christmas. I remember saying Merry Christmas to her and asked her like, what was the big plans? Was she ready for Christmas? And I'll never forget the words my mom said. My mom said she would never celebrate another Christmas again because her Christmas would never be the same with my little brother being gone. And so, the prison I was in was several hours away from Fort Wayne. And so nobody was willing to bring my mom down there every week or every other week to see me. And so it had been now it's going into 1996. I write my mom letters, send her letters in the mail and stuff, and little cards and stuff. And she would write me back and stuff. But I remember I got the call one day saying that my mom was in the hospital and that she was sick. And me knowing my mom, she was always in and out the hospital. It was like a normal thing to me, so I didn't really freak out about it. I just figured when she got sick, she'll be home in a couple of days. And so right around, several months went by and everything was just like I said, she was gonna go back home. Everything was gonna be right back to normal, and around the end of 1996, that wasn't the case. She had went into the hospital and I had got a call. Well, I didn't get a call from prison, but family had reached out to the prison that I was in and let them know the situation that was going on with my mom. And so basically what the family member was explaining to me over the phone was that my mom was back in the hospital again. And they were pretty much letting me know that this time that she wasn't coming out the hospital alive. And it was hard for me to accept that at the time, when I heard about it, and I'm thinking to myself, nah, mom, she's always in the hospital. And so I knew that things were really serious when one of the counselors of the prison, she was a female, she was a counselor, she had came to the dorm and asked to speak to me. And she took me into this little room, and she was like telling me that they're trying to make arrangements for me to get transportation to Fort Wayne to be by my mom's side for a few hours. Basically, the way that it was supposed to be getting set up was we had to do what they call an emergency petition to the judge in Fort Wayne who sentenced me to all those years in prison. And we had to ask the judge for a petition for me to be extradited or transported to Fort Wayne from my mom's bedside, which is a normal occurrence when, something like this happens. And so what happened was Fort Wayne the judge had approved it for me to go down there to Fort Wayne. And it took like a couple of days. And so it's like around the 3rd of January or whatever. And so the way that they had it set up when the judge approved it, the Allen County, which is in Fort Wayne, Allen County Sheriff's Department was supposed to be the transport to go down to the prison, pick me up, and bring me to Fort Wayne. So, I can be by my mom's bedside. And my mom wanted me there. I think at the time my mom was still able to communicate and talk and stuff like that. She was in and out, and they said that she had been asking about me because she wanted to see me. And so the judge granted it. The Allen County Sheriff's Department agreed to it. And so I think it was like the 6th that had came around. The 6th had came around of January of 1997. And it was crazy because it was already wintertime. Like it was already cold, it was snowing. And if any of you guys are from the Midwest, y'all know how it snows in the Midwest. When we get hit, we get hit. Just so happened on the 6th of January, we got hit with a blizzard. I mean, the blizzard was horrible. If you guys look it up now, snowstorm, 1997, Fort Wayne, Indiana, you guys will see it. You guys, you would be able to pull up that snowstorm. We got hit with a storm so hard that, and I knew from the prison I was in, even though I was in prison, I was still in that same state of Indiana. I was just hours away from Fort Wayne. And so we ended up getting hit with a blizzard. And I'm sitting in my dorm. They had me on FDR, which is it's short for full dorm restriction. And while I was they put me on full dorm restriction because of what was going to happen. And it's a normal thing that the prison usually does when you're going to deal with death, because they don't want you to become like a escape risk or anything like that. And so I'm looking out the window while I'm on full dorm restriction, knowing I'm seeing the snow coming down, and I'm still trying to stay positive. And then I'm waiting for hours and hours. I'm thinking to myself, well, this is the 6th. They should be coming to get me today to transport me to Fort Wayne. And the transport never came. And so I think like several hours later, the same counselor, the female counselor, came and got me and took me back in the room and said, unfortunately, the Allen County Sheriff's Department was unable to successfully come and pick me up during a blizzard to take me back to be by my mom's bedside. And the very next day, which was January 7th, 1997, my mom had actually passed away that morning. And so when I deal with that situation, it still makes me feel guilty. I think about my mom every day, just like I think about my son Deontay every day that passed away. And I just feel like sometimes like people hurt on the inside. And they always say that if you hold that hurt in, that you're going to always suffer with that hurt. Talking about that hurt, it's not going to change the hurt, but at least you're getting it off your chest. And I find doing things like this more therapeutic for me. A lot of people write notes to themselves and then tear them up. A lot of people, they talk to other people. And so that was one of the things that I always had dealt with. And, like I said, when I think about me not being there for her, it made me feel guilty about all the things that I did that was bad in life, as far as going to prison, skipping school, talking back and stuff like that. Because like being a single mom, I didn't realize, as being a single mom and having 6 kids, how hard it already was. Trying to make sure that you're getting everybody dressed, toothbrushes, getting ready for school, and report cards, and making dinner, and doing laundry, and clean. I mean, it's a lot that goes into it. And so when I think about that, it just really makes me feel guilty and stuff, man. But I do miss her. You know, this is her birthday. I think my mom would be 79 years old today. 79. And so I know right now, I would hope that she would be looking down on me right now and saying, my son, he's not doing what I would want him to be doing right now, but my son is happy. She can be looking down on me saying, my son is not doing what I want him to be doing, but at least he's not in prison. At least he's not running from the police. At least he don't have warrant for his arrest. At least my son's not an alcoholic or a junkie, So, this is a picture of my mom. I showed her months ago when I was doing a little documentary, but this is this is like a better picture of her, a better picture of my mom right here. Got the little glare on the light. People always said that me and my mom looked like that we were, like we looked just alike. And I used to get so offended when they say, you and your mom look so much alike. I used to get offended because I'm like, I'm not no girl. I don't look like a girl. But now that I'm older, I understand why people, used to say that because of like our resemblance. Like I see myself in all of my kids. I see myself in every last one of my kids, every last one of them. And so now I see what they mean by you resemble your mom or you resemble your dad. So I just want to just share that story with you guys because, it's been on my chest. And like I said, I used to be the type of person, I'm never going to change, bro. I'm going to change for me. I'm not going to change for anybody but me. And, I've always been the same, this time of year, this is when like I go through what I'm feeling. And it's like when I'm going through what I'm feeling, it just hits differently because like I already grew up without a dad. And I already grew up without even knowing my dad. I don't even know the name. But like, it's just crazy. But I always said that you can't change who you are for other people. You have to change who you are for yourself. Because life is short, bro. And this is a reminder right here, looking at my mom's picture. And I only brought this picture in here just for the video. It's usually in my front room on my table. But I do miss her, and I just kind of wish that when she was here, I wish I could have did things different because it does eat me up knowing that my mom's last thought of me was that I was in prison. And I don't think that she'll hold that against me when I do get there one day where I'm going. I just hate that her last thought was, she had a son that was in prison. And believe it or not, me and all my brothers and my sister, we were raised right. I mean, we might have went through the struggle like everyone else, running power lines through other people's windows to have electricity, stuff getting turned off. We were just like everybody else, who went through the real struggle because we wasn't born with a silver spoon in our mouth. I'm not ashamed of where I come from at all. I'm not ashamed of anything that my mom was able to do and try to provide for us. I just, I know that she did what she could for all of us. And I know for a fact that she raised us right because me and all of my siblings were in school. The only one who dropped out was me. I was the one who actually dropped out, who, like I said earlier in the video, I thought I was him back in the day where I could just do what I wanted to do. And I found out that I was wrong. And I didn't find out until I got much older that everything that I was doing was affecting the lives of the people around me and the people that I love the most. Anyway, I just wanted to make this short video, man. I want to say happy birthday to my mom. I love you. I miss you. And I know one of these days, we all gonna reunite. I lost a lot of family, guys. Like you guys have, I'm not the only one. I remember my oldest brother telling me when I lost my son, Deontay, he said, bro, I know you hurting. He said, but you're not the only one. So like a lot of you guys, I've lost a lot of family. I've seen a lot of people go over the years. And the worst thing about people passing away, for some reason, our people, man, I'm not even gonna say our people, I'm just gonna say people in general. When people pass away, you think that you're already hurt, but the hurt really don't come until after you see what people will actually go to the lengths to do after a person passes away. Come into your house trying to take stuff, trying to bogart, people who was never there, people who never came to visit, all of a sudden feeling entitled, like they own something. It's just disgusting, the stuff that I be seeing, man. But yeah, but I don't want to get off topic, man. But again, this is even though it's a sad day, it's also a special day. This isn't my youngest daughter's official birthday, but this is her 10th month, and that's a special day to me, man. But I just want to say, man, thank you for watching this video, guys. Again, even if you smash the like button or don't, that's really not what this video was about. I wanted to get it off my chest, and like I said, every once in a while, I do a video like this in remembrance of the people that I love the most and the people that I've lost. But thank you guys. Until next time, I'm Damion Cryer. And I'm going to see you guys in the next